Hello everybody, hello. Welcome to my channel, Retracing My Africa. I'm very excited today, as you can see. And there's a reason I'm holding this flag today as I do my presentation on the September Visa Bulletin that recently came out. Guys, I have some interesting statistics to share with you. But first, I begin with welcoming everybody who's here for the first time. Karibu sana, you're welcome, feel at home. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for being loyal and always coming to check out my videos. Okay, having said that, I will not waste any more time jumping right into the topic. We're going to be talking about the Visa Bulletin, specifically the numbers coming out of the State Department. How many people got randomly selected for the DV-2025 program from Eastern Africa? That's what I'm talking about, and that's the reason why I'm holding this flag real tight. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be looking at because I can't tell you this off the top of my head, I had to write stuff down, and that's what I'm going to be reading. I'm holding this flag, the Kenyan flag. For those of you who do not know, I'm originally from Kenya. I'm holding this Kenyan flag because Kenya was the leading country in terms of the number of individuals that have been selected for DV 2025, and they had 4,459 individuals that were randomly selected into this program. So I'm very excited. That's for DV 2025. But I'm going to read to you the 10 countries from Eastern Africa that let me just say, I'm reading 10 countries out of East Africa that have been listed with the numbers of selectees, just so that you can have an idea. And I'm going to be sharing data from 2023 and 2024. Okay, let me place this flag down so that you can at least have an idea of how we've been performing the last 2 years. Okay, so I mentioned to you guys earlier that Kenya received 4,459 selected participants. In DV 2024, they received 3,760 applicants. Those are the entries that were randomly selected. I was one of them, so proud. And then now let me read out the remaining countries. The remaining countries are Ethiopia, Burundi, Uganda, Rwanda, South Sudan, Eritrea, Tanzania, the Republic of Somalia, and the DRC. So guys, before I move on, I want to just say this real quick. Out of the 10 countries that I've just listed to you, 8 of these countries are part of the East African community. Okay, only 2 are not part of the community: Ethiopia and Eritrea. Those 2 countries are not part of the East African community, the rest of them are. But geographically, these countries are what we would call our neighboring countries. Yeah, we do business together, we're very close, we live in each other's countries. Yeah, so that's why I'm here to share data for all of these countries, because they have relevance. Okay, all right. I've already done Kenya. Kenya was top of the list, followed closely, maybe not closely, but followed by Ethiopia. This year, Ethiopia random selectees 3,674, and that was actually higher than last year, because last year they had 3,034, so they had a good number of more selectees this year. Burundi 773 this year. Last year, that is DV 2024, were 876. So we've seen a little bit of a drop in Burundi in terms of selectees. Not sure why. Uganda, this year, DV 2025, they got 1,061. Last year, they had 1,515. So we saw a drop as well this year. Rwanda, 1,385. Last year, 1,604. Looks like they went down as well. Then there was South Sudan. This year, 32. Last year, they had 59 selectees. Eritrea, this year, 142. Last year, 211. Tanzania, watu wetu wa Tanzania. This year, 371. Last year, was 348. So they went up a little bit. And then the Federal Republic of Somalia, this one caught my attention. This year they had 966 selectees. Last year they had 2,383. I'm not sure why they had this significant drop in selectees, because the drop was, they lost about 1,417. That's how downward they went. I'm not quite sure what happened there. This would be interesting. I'd be interested to hear in the discussions, in the comments, what you all think happened with the case of Somalia. The DRC, DV-2025, they have 2,729. Last year was 2,580. So actually DRC went up a little bit. Yeah. So those are the numbers, guys, that we have received from the department, the U.S. Department of Bureau of Consular Affairs, sorry. Yeah, that's the statistical breakdown I got. I only picked Eastern African countries. I was not focusing on the rest of Africa because I believe other regions, there might be people doing that. I just focused on our region of East Africa. So guys, it's very interesting to see that we have received quite a large amount of you know, random selections for the green card in the entire region in total, actually. With Congo included, I think we are looking at 15,000 plus. Yeah, so it's good. In terms of the numbers, I think it's very good, especially if you think about the overall total number of green cards that are issued annually, 55,000. So we got quite a good number. As to whether those individuals all get visas is another story. Another story, a story of another day. In today's video, I just want to give you the numbers. Guys, it's important. And then I also want to talk about the embassies, so you can know which embassy is serving which nationals. Okay, we know that Nairobi embassy is usually serving Kenyans and other nationals. And Nairobi embassy is one of the busiest embassies in the region, actually, because they are serving multiple nationals. Nairobi embassy serves Kenyan nationals, Burundians, Ugandans, South Sudanese. It also serves individuals from Eritrea. If they don't want to go to Addis, they can go to Nairobi. And it also serves individuals from the Federal Republic of Somalia. Okay, so it's a very busy embassy, and I have to give credit to Nairobi embassy. They have done very well. I'm a alumni of the DV-2024 program. I benefited from that program. I was interviewed sometime in February of this year, 2024, and I'm already in the US. I came here sometime in April, in early April. So, you know, they've done an excellent job, and we hope that they will continue doing this great job even as we go into assessment of the DV-2025 program. Now, guys, I've shared with you the numbers. It seems to us that we're going to have a busy DV-2025 with a lot of processing going on, because according to the Visa Bulletin for September, you have the cutoff rank number as 15,000. So it means that anybody between the numbers 1 to 15 to under 15,000, so it's going to be maybe 14,999. If you're in between those numbers, you will be expecting your processing to begin anytime from September, from when the DV 2025 fiscal year begins officially. So it's going to be interesting to see how the processing proceeds. Remember that all of this processing has to do with specific embassies, particular embassies, and how they are performing. I don't know how other embassies perform, guys, so please don't send me emails about that. I may not be the right person. I can tell you about Nairobi, but I'm not able to tell you much about the other embassies in other countries. I also want to say that Ethiopia serves two countries. I think I already mentioned, but I'm repeating. Ethiopia serves Ethiopian nationals and also serves the Eritreans. So Eritreans have two choices. They can either have their processing done in Nairobi, or they can have their processing done in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa. Okay, and then the individuals from the Federal Republic of Somalia have their processing done in Nairobi Embassy, Djibouti Embassy, these are US embassies, or Dar es Salaam Embassy, US Embassy in Dar, also serves that community. Just putting this out there for anybody that's curious. Kigali Embassy serving Rwandese, so they don't have to travel to Kenya like the Ugandans do. South Sudanese are being served in Nairobi, like I mentioned earlier. Tanzania, they are not traveling to Kenya. They are staying right in Tanzania because the US Embassy in Dar es Salaam is attending to immigrant visas there. Okay, so guys, that's all I came to say today. Congratulations, guys. Of course, I am still happy about Kenya. Yay! I'm happy about that. And I'm also congratulating all of you who won the DV 2025 and are getting ready to begin this process. If you haven't already submitted your DS260 form, I urge you to do that ASAP. Don't get left behind. Don't delay your visa processing by delaying the submission of your online visa application, guys. Yeah, that's all I came to say. And I also want to say, I just want to note